Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another H-Bars for replay. Spawn bottom left side as the Zuzi's Legacy, we have CrackedyHere. Spawn top right side as Magenta Deli Sultanate with Wam01. This new patch, and I've been feeling like increasingly I need to explain briefly what's differences in each civilization which the patch notices. For Deli Sultanate, they get a new naval tech research, which a certain ship, I forget which ship, gets health upon sinking an opposing ship. That's it. Deli Sultanate got nothing, pretty much. Zuzi's Legacy, however, has a large number of new research. Let's see, there is a feudal age research that makes horsemen, quote, attack 20% attack faster, but it's more closer to 10%. There is a Grenadiers now have an early Grenadier variant for Castle Age. They also have an upgrade in that age, so when they throw a grenade, they do apply 15% or 25% damage vulnerability to melee and range damage, not to siege nor fire. Also a bit more of a support Grenadier. Let's see, what else is there? I cannot remember if I have a tab nearby for that. Let's see, Zuzi's Legacy. Let's see. Oh yeah, bolt magazines grants Zunchnu's plus 0.5 range and 1 bonus damage versus light melee infantry. It says in patch notes light infantry, but it actually says in the game light melee infantry, and that is available in Castle Age. So the fact they gave a partial archer effect was they're already pretty decent versus light melee infantry units, so that just makes them very strong against them rather than from strong to very strong. Can't speak. Meditation gardens now being employed out here. We'll get a good amount of food, bit of stone, bit of wood. Probably the best spot for it now to take a quick look. I usually take a look at the map, but right now I'm just trying to take a look at the patch notes. And let's see, Imperial Guard and UN Raiders have faster attack speeds. No, slower attack speeds. From 1.5 to 1.625. And yep, that's pretty much it. Now let's actually get focused in the game. You have the blacksmith going on up. Berries haven't adjusted, so they have a higher base collection rate rather than they have a higher base collection rate, but also improved berries now make them collect a little bit slower, 25% faster rather than the 30%. Slight reduction. Shallow Monastery being deployed in against Shallow Monks. Fast Castle for Zuzi's Legacy. Billy Sultan player. Probably should eye for a faster castle. Got the Dome Face giving discount scholars. Gazi Raider push away forward. Oops, that's the wrong button. Let's see, looks like this guy is still largely the same. Yep, looks all the same to me. But now got the Castle Age for Zuzi's Legacy. Shaolin Monks are very good. He's also going for Lancers. And Age 3 Lancers are pretty good against Age 2 Gazi Raiders. Scout does stall for one left, largest garrison town center. And the town center, of course, still has that Encanneer shot. Here comes a Lancer. So you can't probably get triple teamed. You know as well the increased attack speed research, which is already has been researched, does also apply to Lancers. I don't see it there. Oh yeah, I think not crazy. I might need to switch over sign. Oh, yeah. All that research, I don't see it. Last game I cast with Zuzi's Legacy that got a research. It has a little icon there. It does go down. Oh yeah, it's a blacksmith research, not a stable research. Blah. That's my bad. I was trying to see it like it's right there, but nope. It only affects cavalry. It is in the blacksmith. While the other new upgrade is, the other two new upgrades are both in the archery range to go with the archery range units. Gazi Raiders backing off from the Lancers now. Push back the Rumble. There we go. Shaolin Monk finds the scout. He should be able to bash his face in. The Sultanate player is very far from aging up. He needs to get the age up. He needs also to pull regulars. He does have 2 600 in the field. Fighting against a very large number of these Lancers. Uzi's Legacy can also advance the Yuan Dynasty to get out some more Shaolin Monks from pagodas. Got relics picked up by Science Well. Looks like that bug where Shaolin Monks picking up relics has still not been applied here, so we just have to keep an ear out, an eye out for the monks. We can't look at the +1. Lancers do get a bit of damage there. Got 9 Lancers in the field, soon to be 10. Couple Lancers there. Takes out one of the Lancers. Imam or Scholar does take a bit of damage. Archer's flying away. I don't know why he's going for Archers against all the Lancers. Good damage there. Lance is going down. He does not take the Scholar. Scholars, of course, can capture sacred sites in Age 2, and of course, they have the improved gold income from it as well. We got survival techniques almost finished by Magenta, which could be useful. Oh, he has triple scout. He is already ready to pick up those deer carcasses. Science also picks up all these berries. Down south, we do have a set of Gazi Raiders pushing forward. Those units do go down. Gazi Raiders pushing forward. One villager does go down there. And also the rest of these Gazi Raiders will go down. Got this scout drawing some fire there. Does take out that one as well. You have the hand cannoneer slit. I wonder the hand cannoneer slit. They said they changed some of the arcing profiles of the projectiles, so maybe the hand cannoneer slit fired a lobbed a shot like that as well. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Got another spearman there. Remember, these are Age 2 spearmen versus Age 3 Lancers. So these spearmen won't really do all too much. Their upgrades greatly improves their bonus damage. A number of these Lancers are wounded. Fall back, get to a monk. Remember as well, Shaolin monks cannot heal. At least not other units. They can heal themselves. Shaolin monk trying to pick up this relic. He's so far claimed 3. Bashing these spearmen's faces in. Here being obtained. .2 wood per minute, as well as 48 food, and good amount of stone. Compound Defender now being aged up with, which will of course give him access to earlier keep research, as well as make his keeps cheaper. Palace Guard research. Looks like he's going to go for Palace Guard next. At least one of the players going for veteran archer research, veteran spearman research. They queue up all the research. And polishers are eyeing some crossbow, a couple crossbow in the build queue, as well as a lancer. Okay, that's level 2 mining. I didn't. Well, new icons. I don't recognize that for icon. Got a spring gold emplacement here. That's fortified. Scout moving around, lancers engaging. Deer does go down there. Oh, Cyan has his own survival or professional scouts. Was not expecting that. Out of research course being queued on up. May want to get a second blacksmith out and going. Got him pretty quiet. Magenta up 24, good number of spearmen, archers, and a couple crossbowmen. A bit of damage there. Palace Guard's now charging way forward. And the lack of crossbow in these Palace Guards should be just fine. There's not a whole lot of force there. Knight and Lancer engaging each other, or Lancer and Lancer, I should say. There's no Knights. Lancer is charging way forward. There's a number of spearmen there, both all the Palace Guard in the region. It's 4 crossbow for defense. Palace Guard or the Lancers will go ahead and surround these units, and they will quickly rip apart all those units. But I don't know what I'm saying. It's a slaughter. Magenta got slaughtered there. Right now, Magenta does have a higher destroy value than Cyan, since Cyan was a little bit wrecked with some of those Lancers. And good number of these forces are quite wounded. Got the Zhangin Tower now being deployed in the field. That will put him to Song Dynasty. And afterwards, he may just try to go to Yuan Dynasty. Calamong still seem the same. Magenta's now trying to establish a keep here. And Village Fortress is almost complete as well, so once that gets completed, it will act as a secondary town center. Dragon Tower is almost built, which will give him a bit of replay by giving him some free military units. The Song Dynasty has begun. More of those lances going down. Court Architect's now queued on up for Magenta as well. The number of grannies is now being established, but this is at the edge of the map, so it's going to be a little less effective. Wonder if it'd be a good idea to delete that village and put the next granary in this region.
这是我努力的，这是我努力的成就。
Outpost there.
一座建造别致的建筑。他应该会比我更强秀。
Magenda's now pushing forward with a sizable army. Take a side victory in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Outpost established, but that will quickly get torched and down, and all the villages killed on off. We do have these palace guards slipped around. There's no walls there. Magenta simply did not send walls down there. We may not have that area even scouted out. Man arms being picked on off there. Granary will be set ablaze. Cyan now has these units before. Got a war elephant here, which is a heavy melee cavalry, so you can counter out with crossbowmen or spearmen. There goes that horseman. Arms quickly being torched on down. We do have some of these nest bees being established. And now the changes, they're no longer generalists, they're a bit more focused on anti-ranged. And are slicing apart these villagers. Keep here, no keep here. And keep now being established there as lonesome farms. Damage around those forces, thanks to those nest of bees. The nest of bees take a bit of damage. So now they take 20% range damage rather than the armor basically absorbing everything. They're much more vulnerable to these various units, including especially the crossbowmen. Crossbowmen effectively a counter to the nest of bees now, as well as being countered by them, meant to counter them. Good barrage there by that nest of bees. Magenta is back on offs. As decent-sized army, the army value is severely in his favor. Cyan has basically no military force. I don't know why he has a pair of trebuchet there deployed in the field. 19, so he has 22 military units. Okay, these siege units are not being counted as count total anymore, are they? I see 21, that's 24, so there'd be 3 other units, 2 palace guard, and the scout will cover that. So it looks like these siege weapons are not being counted in this number anymore. That is interesting to note. I think the army value as well. Great, more funny business with caster stuff. Let's see, let's assume 20 crossbow, which means 2,400 resources. That'll leave roughly 1,500 more resources to cover. Which the siege weapon should fill that out. 1,200 plus another 1,000. Yep, this down here is just screwed up at the moment. Because this will be now 25. That would effectively be 3,000 resources there, leave another 1,500. There's another 1,200 here, leaving 300. Yeah, I have no idea what the army value is technically supposed to be. It seems somewhat correct, but it also seems a little bit short. Maybe close to 6,000 to 7,000. Well, his opponent says it has 11,000, which that's a lot of crossbowmen there, 50. Yeah, that seems about right. No, now think about it, more the scholar's not probably being discounted, that's one thing, since you got them and bargain bin prices. And it looks like scholars are being counted here, while his opponent's siege weapons are not being counted there, so who knows what's happening. But the old units to be stored as a separate file and new ones don't have the proper applications for siege weapons with the new damage multiplier system. I have a feeling they kept a copy of the siege weapon stored away, the old set, in the database files. But that's just a guess at the moment. A couple mangonels here, which does do 10 plus 8. Got a good volley on the trebuchets, that's for sure. Trebuchets get some more damage there. Crossbow straightforward. Mangonels find another volley there. Kids could hit them the Nest of Bees. Nest of Bees pretty far forward. Trying to siege down those Mangonels. Backing off now. Got 4 Nest of Bees there. That elephant didn't last too long. It is heavy. He's fighting mostly an army of crossbow. We got these Spring Golds here, which have a pierce effect now. Let's see if we can't get a good look at it. Yeah, he's trying to hit the Mangonels there, which is not effective anymore. They're no longer anti-siege. Does take up both the Mangonels there with a long, grueling fight. These guys have 7 range now. They used to have 8. Mangonels used to have 9. Now they're at 8, so they have shorter range now. Spring Golds do also have 8 range. The opponent's damage versus melee. I'm sure this opponent simply doesn't have a whole lot. I don't think I've seen a whole lot of piercing effect there, and maybe because of the hill. Piercing effects, if I remember correctly as well in this engine, when the projectile is going a certain direction, it does not like the hill. That's the reason why the hills, most maps had their hills flatten quite a bit in Country Heroes 2. Since that game heavily relies on the scattering mechanic. Okay, I did see the piercing projectiles there. But I think the hill is causing issues for the projectiles. Yep, they're running a little bit short there, I believe. Nest Bees get a good damage there. Nest Bees taking some fire. Crossbowman versus crossbowman. It looks like the piercing effect does not work on the crossbowman, or maybe just finding max range. Or it could be the hill, like I said. But it looks like the pierce effect simply does not work through the ranged units. I don't know if that's intended or not. But in Country Heroes 2, if I were to explain how that game, what I mean by a scatter mechanic, think tanks. If a tank were to fire, it has a chance of rolling a hit or a miss. If it rolls a hit, the projectile will curve and will hit the target, barring some weird mechanics here and there, weird issues. But the projectile will hit and will curve and hit the target. Since it moves such a high speed, you don't even, most of the time you can see a curve in midair. But if it rolls a miss, it uses what's scatter, where it has the possibility of hitting somewhere in a cone in front of it. The cone is determined by certain stats, can be changed and all that sort, but that's what's meant by scatter. And reducing or increasing scatter increases or reduces the cone to scatter. Looks. And yep, and it's not going through walls because the pierce effect does not go. Yep, it's not going through as well because projectile system does not necessarily mean it goes through certain objects if scattered. So it must be using the scatter system and scattering and hitting the walls, and thus immediately stopping the projectile. And it looks like if it doesn't hit a melee infantry unit, it does not scatter. Because I noticed it looks like it was piercing through the crossbowman, but it was piercing through man-at-arms, so it must be that it can only do the pierce effect if it is hitting a melee infantry unit. That is interesting to note. But that probably requires a bit more testing. Let's see. Oh no, they're going through the horsemen. Okay, maybe I'm just wrong about some parts of it. It didn't look like it was going through the crossbow, but maybe it's just because it's firing at max range. But it's definitely getting body blocked by the wall. So I may be mistaken about the piercing effect only going through melee infantry. But I do believe it's still using scatter mechanic, but it's not going through the walls. I have no idea at this point in time. And a couple euros too. Grenades can get caught up on various objects, such as housing. They may need to work on what the entities, or the pass-through entities. There's a stat where you can set certain. Okay, looks like he's. I just realized that he actually built through the wall, and he went through that gate. I have no idea at this point in time. Hanging out to get a volley on the trebuchets. Yep, whatever they do for allows units to go through gates, it must be some sort of AoE effect. Enable pass-through. It may be related to crush actions. I can't. I'm probably overthinking about the mechanics of the game. Just note that this happened. Did it make it so you can't really cross-T any more of the walls? Is that a thing that's changed, where you can no longer stop a wall from being built by building wooden walls around it? Yes, I need to check the patch notes again. There's a lot in the patch notes. It's a big update. It's clearly see that the stone walls were definitely built through the wooden walls, so they may make so some the walls can be built through each other now. I know they have done things like that where you can't just simply chop down trees around a wall to get past it, by adding small little subsequent walls, which actually I think is a good idea. Palace Guard do over on the Maganaus, got some hand cannons on point field, which are countered by archers, but these are crossbowmen, they don't get bonus save versus gunpowder. It feels like gunpowder's a lot weaker now, since all the archers are now more adequate counters to gunpowder units, not more than just by out shooting them in range, but also now getting damage multipliers. Got Elite Gods Raiders on point field. Got the level 3 gold research. Wait, gold gatherers drop off 15% more resources. Okay, they changed that upgrade as well, and I don't. They changed economic research, but yet I don't see that anywhere in the patch notes. Because plus 50% gold drop off, that's very different. That's actually very powerful. And that would be effectively multiplicatively applied. Got these forces getting hit, these forces being cleaned on up. Sign has more forces over here. Because for now, all the food collection is down to 10% rather than 15%. And it says specifically, it says gather rate for food, not huntable food. Sounds like it does also apply to berries. It always seems like I think it does. That never really tests that. Got spearmen going everywhere. Very nice. Got some more horsemen here. Got gunpowder elephants now. Did they ever fix the gunpowder elephants where they attack count as 3? Nope. Spearmen everywhere, getting some good damage, but not many villagers going down. Just taking out some military units. There's a bombard here. Has rebuilt those walls there. And if all those units can protect walls, doesn't necessarily mean they do a good job at it. Yeah, now the nested bees, just their base damage got reduced, so no longer a soft counter to walls like mangonels. So they're more geared to anti or range damage. It also means they just do nothing to walls anymore. Well, this actually mangonels do bonus damage for buildings. The nested bees simply doesn't. 8 times 6 is that what's 42. This is 3 times 40, so there's 120. Yeah, Nesby's got nerfed against versus buildings by a severe amount. As well as some triplets can be hit by the walls, so we're just able to use them as cover there. Sean Fork is good falling on those units, very nice. Oh, Palace Guard did straight forward, finds a gunpowder elephant. Yep, that's doing 1 damage per bolt. And again, did Sprinkles? Oh, there goes the wall. Did he cancel that? I think he actually canceled that. I don't think it was actually destroyed. He deleted it. Got a good volley there from SPs. Straight forward. Does got some of the siege units. These hits on the gunpowder elephants. They are classified as raids, so they should receive bonus damage from the SPs, which they are. Another Gaussian Raiders there. Bombard pushing on back. Sign just simply get overran by these elephants. Gets a good splash damage with the Spring Golds. Now this is where the Spring Golds actually do severely good work. The passive damage is honestly not too great. 16 damage. Gunpowder elephants doing just fine. Takes out the Spring Gold there with the bombard. Does do bonus damage versus building ship infantry, which doesn't say do bonus damage versus siege, so that should be ineffective as siege. I need to take a better look when the bombard hit those siege weapons. His Bingo was getting some good damage. Unless somehow siege weapons are classified as infantry, but probably unlikely. Complex and firing away. We do have these units attacking. Last Raiders being hit by these spearmen. Does take out the Palace Guard. Elf being healed on up. It's all those units there. SP is straight forward. Palace Guard charging the way forward. Good damage there. Spearman also advancing as well. He's hit those scholars hard. Trying to hit those Cannoneers hard as well. Regular archers are the way to go to counter him, but Zuzi's Legacy, he doesn't get archers. Which is a bit of a problem with Zuzi's Legacy now. They now lacking the powerful counter to the gunpowder that all the civilizations get. Ironically, Sinch maybe do better in Castle Age and Feudal Age, but in Imperial Age, archers are now super weird. So these gunpowder elephants getting stabbed to death by the spearmen, but they're doing just fine. Being nicely hit up by these scholars. More custard is straight forward. Guys are pushing forward and get these cannon. Gunpowder elephants push way forward. With the scholars hitting them up, they get also pretty nicely buffed. No, the new chemistry research. Gaziard is moving around. Sign's just trying to hold. Jet has an army of 87. Sign has an army that's greater than 28. Army value? Okay, that just... I don't know what's right or wrong right now, the army value. 22,000 is even high, even with standard armies. I think he's somehow getting double buff while Science is getting not as shown, because he has a good number of bombards in the field. Each one costs 700 or 850 resources. I don't think that's being calculated properly. Gunpowder elephants push forward. They will annihilate these siege weapons now. Palace Guard pushes forward and falls away back. Got a Gazi raid up here. Science lost some infrastructure. What is archery is about to get torched on down. Our elephants have a lot of armor. A lot of range armor. But also, he's still getting his refined level blacksmith research as well. And since it's not classified as heavy, you can't just use crossbows to counter them. Spear's probably the way to go. Maybe getting out the... I can't remember what age up he went for. I think he went for the library. I don't know what library research he's gone for. He has gone for Temple Sun. Right now he has Divine Haste for increased movement speed. Some more horsemen up there. Horsemen do bonus damage versus range, so they should be a good counter to those gunpowder elephants. They're getting overwhelmed. And he's about those gunpowder elephants as well, since they're not classified as light gunpowder. They don't get countered by archers. And they have good armor to actually counter the archers. SPs do take a bit of damage there. Biology not being researched as well. This is legacy players that scraping the bottom barrel when it comes to resources. Has a couple bombards he's going to try to quickly take on out. The damage done on the gunpowder elephants, slowly peeling them apart. Getting hit there. Got a yellow keep up here. Picked up some of that gold there. Got these man arms force marching way forward. Looks like force march wasn't deactivating there as they were getting hit. SPs push way forward, trying to get some more damage on those forces. Bombard gets a good hit there. Does do 50 damage, so if the bombard does not do bonus damage versus siege weapons. So bombard's no longer a soft counter to artillery or siege weapons like they usually were. Now I got a keep here. Palace Guard and Spearman trying to stop them. After the sacred site here, he does get behind the walls. The hand cannons can get on top of those walls. Get +2 range. Looks like the Nesby is getting stuck, stop and targeting the stone gate. That's probably bad. He needs to fix that. And the keep looks like will be interrupted. Time's pushing up here. There's still an opening there he's exploiting. And now we got just got a good number of mana arms. Signs still Song Dynasty. Maybe one thing to help out is Shaolin Monks. They have the reduced received range damage effect. That could be quite useful. Those are trying to push forward, try to finish off that keep. Which is not really stopping all too much. Not stopping any trade. Maybe Magenta thought there was some trade there, but it's simply not. Venom hand cannons firing away. Push forward some various units there. Gains big hits on Magenta's villagers. Both of them now below 100 villagers. Keep has been established. A Bombarder 2 will fix that up. Removing it. Both of the speeds do go down. SP says get a good volley there onto those units. SP does go down. Elephants are seeing quite a bit of damage there. Over here, got some horsemen. Spearmen and large arms moving forward with a good number of horsemen in tow. And for more spearmen, more horsemen. He's squinting bomb and barrel. His Nesby is firing away. Gains good damage on those hand cannoneers. Those scholars cause some issues. He may just need to target those scholars with the Nesby, slowly whittle them down. Now, Zuzi's Legacy player just simply can't. He doesn't have a proper count for these hand cannoneers. Those Maganos were offer a lot higher damage, didn't they? Against ranged. The Nessa Bees have been nerfed a little bit too much, plus they don't get free gunpowder anymore, or chemistry. So now they don't get their inherent increased base damage. Got some Lancers now being mixed on in. Good number of guys ready to in reserve. Someone has a lot of stuff just queued on up. Now we got the Serpentine Powder with new gunpowders. Hand cannons get +8 damage against melee infantry. That's replacing chemistry. There's no more chemistry in the game, so the Nesbies, not only they got a damage nerf against infantry, they also got a general damage nerf for lack of free chemistry. Yeah, I think Nesbies got over nerfed. More mana on force marching the way on in. Looks like the judges want to steamroll in. Sign does have a bit of resource stockpile up, but looks like 0 units. I think he may be chatting with his opponent right now. There's queued up nothing, and Sign does back of the game now. Sangre saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to the next replay.